Hi everybody. I want to talk about expectations of your surgeon and a little bit about what you do if you are not happy with your surgery after you've had it. So for me, when I went in and had my explant surgery, one of my breasts was way bigger than the other, and it was like a ball of fire, and it hurt, and it I knew that the ones I had been recalled. So I did my due diligence, which is what you need to do. You need to find out who you can afford, where you're going to find the money, which, by the way, I have some options on my website if you want to go on there and look and see what I have on financial planning. I've got a whole section on it. So reach out to me if you want that. Anyways, your finances is a big one. Where you live, if you can afford to borrow the money, etc. So for me, it took me. I was fast. I was fast when I decided I was getting them out. I needed to get them out because they were the ones that were recalled for causing cancer in women. They were the Allergan textured implants. So, and this was in the middle of COVID. So we had a 2-year wait list in Canada, everywhere, to find a surgeon. So I did my research and I narrowed it down to 2 surgeons that I wanted, because I'm not just going to pick any Tom, Dick, and Harry to go into my body and rip them out. And if somebody says they can get them out in an hour and a half in the chair for, a few $1,000s, you need to be running the other way. So I had a very high-end doctor in the Cleveland clinics, and then my other doctor who I went with, Dr. Shahar Khan in Michigan, both of them in the United States, which is a huge risk for me. But you need to do what you need to do. And so I picked Dr. Khan because I knew he only did explant surgery. He had a very good reputation, and he had a very high rating for getting out all of the capsules. So that's what I decided to do, and within a month I was in there getting them out. But here's the scoop, and this is what I'm finding with a lot of women, is they are not happy with their breasts after they have had their breast implants removed. And no surprise here, ladies, you're getting, you're losing a part of you. You're getting the breast implants, the bags taken out, so there's not a lot left going on. But some women are actually, they are mutilated, and some of them, they don't. I've seen a lot of pictures, and it's scary. I want you to know that it takes time for your body to heal. Like, if there's something called the fluffing, and that happens, it can happen 6 months and onwards, where your body sort of settles back in and the breast tissue kind of puffs back out. Mine did. I still have a dent in the left-hand side where I had a lot of scar tissue, but your body does start to heal again. But some women, they don't. They have nasty looking scars that come right up here, and their nipples way up here, and they one, didn't probably research the surgeon. 2, they probably didn't have a chance anyways, because their body was not going to let them heal back to what they were. And you will never be what you were before you had breast implants. You will change physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I do talk about this in my upcoming book, Explant. It's a guidebook to surgery, recovery, and breast implant illness. It will be coming very soon. But there's a huge mental side of it as well. So going in with these high expectations that you've got this miracle surgeon, and he's going to make you beautiful again, and he's going to fix it all, he's going to do a lift, he's going to do a fat transfer. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys, we are not going to give a shit about what our boobs look like when we are coming to the end of this earth that we live on. So you can get a really good bra, and you can work with it, but you need your health. You need your health at the end of the day. You need a great partner that's going to love you no matter what. And you need to go in with confidence, but you need to go in, when you pick a surgeon, you need to go in and be like, this man's going to get out all these toxic bags, all the tissue around it, and if anything's adhering to the ribs, he's going to do his very, very best. But let me tell you something, you very likely will not be able to sue your surgeon, because they have so much protection that, you know, I see all these women that they're not happy, and they're like blaming the surgeon. Well, first of all, maybe there was a mistake that was made. I can tell you, if anybody was going to sue their surgeon, it would have been me, because not Dr. Khan, but the one that put them in. And not him, but it was the anesthesiologist who smelled like alcohol and wasn't going to disinfect where he was putting the IV in. But the other guy, the nurse that was there, was like, no, you need to disinfect. And red flags, red lights going off everywhere. And I was like, what am I doing? And then boom, I was out. And when I woke up, I ended up in the ICU in Montreal for 6 weeks because something went very, very wrong with my surgery. And I actually did contact a lawyer because I was like, what? This should not have happened. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, my body rejected them. And a lot of us, our bodies do reject them. They do. And, you know, it just triggers autoimmune disorders. And I mean, you're sticking these foreign objects who have like 150 different toxic ingredients in them, like paint thinner. So, you know, ladies, when we make these decisions, we have to sort of be accountable for them. Because I'm pretty sure nobody held a gun to your head and made you put those breast implants in, and now we all have to suffer. Nobody told us what was in them, but you know, vanity has a price. It always does. So I want you to know that you need to just make sure you have a surgeon that can get them out, and just forget about trying to have the big boobs again. You want to have your health. You do not want to be like, oh, I need to, I mean, I know we all want to look good, but then at the end of the day, you want to live. And this is the most important thing, is forget it. If you're sick and you're like already trying to think about how you can have big boobs again, you are so on the wrong page. You need to do some meditating, girlfriend, because you want to live. And these implants are killing some women. I still have some terrible residual nightmares about the whole thing and how I suffered for an extra 2 years because nobody told me that mine were the toxic ones that were killing women, and why my hair was falling out, and I ended up so sick. Anyways, I talked to a lawyer in Montreal, and she was like, you need to come here if you want to try and start a lawsuit. I was already back in Vancouver, BC. I had my fiance at the time who was in Montreal, who talked me into doing it. So anyways, long story, he was gone. I broke up with him, and that door had shut for me to sue. So if anybody was going to sue anybody, it would have been me. But they are ironclad. You do not have the energy, time, or money to go suing a doctor. So make sure you pick the right one. Make sure you pick the one that has your spirit in mind, who has decent bedside manners. But let's be realistic here. Doctors, they don't have good bedside manners. We hope the nurses do, but the doctors, we really don't care, okay? We want them to go in there and fix the mistakes, heal us, cure us, whatever. But I can tell you, I wasn't happy 100% several times with doctors, but I knew that they were A1. So pick your doctor wisely. Take the time to do it. I have a list of surgeons that I update often on the top surgeons in the world for explant surgery. And I have a book, and I also have I have a Facebook group too. If I'm posting this on there, you're already here. If this is on YouTube, come on over. It's the Explant Community and BII Wellness. This is more of an emotional, spiritual journey on mine. I'm not pushing the medical side of it. I'm telling you my experience, what happened to me. I'm certainly not a doctor, but I am a mother and I am a survivor. So once in a while I do hold workshops, and you can reach out to me anytime with any questions. Right now I am in Hawaii with a couple of my kids, and I'm taking some time that I need to, first of all, spend with the people that I love, because sometimes we don't have it. And my heart was damaged in everything that's happened. I'm pretty sure it may have started with the breast implants, but again, you can't go blaming everything on them, because life happens, and you have to sort of live in it, in the moment, because it's going to happen no matter what. The journey, it's all about the journey. It's not the destination. This is something that I'm really trying to wrap my head around, because I'm like, hurry, I need it to happen right now. But it takes time. So do your due diligence, find the right surgeon, the one that's going to work for you financially, mentally, physically. You want to find the right one, because he will set you up for failing or healing for the rest of your journey in life. So, and really don't worry too much about having big boobs anymore, because you just want to have your life. You want to have your life back. You want to have your health back. Go to Victoria's Secret and buy a really beautiful bra when it's all over.